will remember you only. I will contemplate on you only. I will salute you only. The witnessing entity of this expressed universe, you are the supreme shelter, but you require no shelter and no authority lords over you. We take shelter in you in the form of a ship sailing on the vast universe. If anyone's name is to be chanted in japa, it is the name of Paramapurusha. What is japa? A word has a particular meaning. Repeating the word inwardly again and again, after having understood its meaning, is what is termed japa. As a result of the prolonged repetition of a word whose inner meaning is clearly understood, its ideation becomes permanently imprinted on one's mind, and consequently there occurs a radical change in one's mental arena. The extroversion tendencies of the mind gradually become introverted. This is the benefit of japa, and if anyone's name is to be repeated, it is the name of the Lord. Usually worldly people remember constantly their earthly joys and comforts, or dwell on the names of their enemies, but that is all useless. Only the name of Paramapurusha should be remembered and chanted, for ultimately one will have to reach him to merge in him. Namashivaya Shantaya Karantraya Hate Itabe Nivedayami Shatmanam Tvam Gati Pare Param Meshvara. Salutations to Shiva the Tranquil, the cause of the three worlds. I surrender myself to you, the culmination of my journey, the Supreme Lord. Ultimately one will have to reach him. There is no other way. Hence wise persons take only the name of the one and Supreme Lord, and never the name of any other entity. Tarekam Shmarama Maha. If one has to take refuge in any entity, or has to contemplate any entity, one should take refuge in or think about only the Supreme One, because whenever the mind broods on a second entity, it will become one with the latter. That is, if the mind constantly reflects on physicality, one's whole psycho-spiritual existence will become physical. That is a terrible situation. Tadekam Yagat Sakshirupam Namamaha. If there is anyone to whom spiritual aspirants should surrender, if there is anyone to whom they should pay salutations, it is Paramapurusha. The system behind salutations is to look for the Supreme Being, that is the inner essence of a person, and to pay salutations to that Paramapurusha, being or a god or goddess, human being or a god or a goddess. But one should say Namaste or Namastubhyam only to Paramapurusha, not to any other entity. Tadekam Nidanam. Human beings run along many different paths, but ultimately they will have to take the path towards the Supreme One. Nanya Panta Vidyate Ayanaya. There is no other way for them. So if they begin in time to run towards the Supreme One, it saves them a lot of time and energy later. Niralam Bhamisham. In this world, each and every object requires a support, a strong base. Nothing can maintain its existence without a dependable base. For example, the base of Calcutta is West Bengal, and the base of West Bengal is India. The continent of Asia is the base of India, and the base of Asia is our planet. The base of the Earth is the solar system, and the base of the solar system is Paramapurusha. But Paramapurusha does not depend for his existence upon any base. Rather, everything is sheltered in him. He is the base of everything. So if human beings have to look for any shelter, it must be a self-supporting, self-sheltered entity. Bhavam Bodhipotam Sharanam Vrajamaha. Seek shelter on the ship, floating on this ocean of bhava, casting aside all futile arguments and time-consuming propensities of mind. We will seek shelter only in you. Bhavam Bodhipotam, ship floating on the ocean of bhava, the unrequited samskaras, i.e. the as yet unserved balance of reactions to one's original actions, which are responsible for one's rebirth, are called bhava, and dharma is the means to cross the vast ocean of bhava. To cross this bhava is part of your sadhana, and is also your dharma. But individually human beings are very weak. It is next to impossible for them to cross the ocean of bhava without the direct help of Paramapurusha. Maya is very powerful. Maya is the creative principle, Prakriti in her phase of creation. One aspect of Maya is the power to cast the illusion that finite created objects are the ultimate truth. So, Maya is very powerful. Human beings cannot fight against her single-handedly, so one must first seek the shelter of Paramapurusha and then fight against her. Maya gives way to the one who is endowed with divine power from Paramapurusha, because she is, after all, the immanent power of Paramapurusha. Shakti sa Shivasya Shakti, as Krishna said, Devi Yesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mameva Ye Prapadyante Mayametam Tarantite, from Bhagavad Gita. This Maya of mine is of the nature of three principles, and is almost insurmountable. Only those who take refuge in me can overcome this Maya. This divine Maya is insurmountable. Microcosms, by their individual efforts, cannot surmount her, but those who have taken shelter in me can easily surmount her. Bhavam bodhipotam sharanam vrajamaha. Now, to cross an ocean, the passengers need to board a ship. Paramapurusha comes to human beings as a ship does, to pick up passengers. What should we do? We should secure a safe shelter on that ship. Sharanam Vrajamaha. All sadhakas are rushing to that ship, which will take them to their proper destination. Human beings have to take refuge in that divine ship. They will have to come rushing without further delay. They should not and must not waste a single moment. 12th November 1978, DMC, Calcutta.